Hey, Chris Winners here. I want to personally welcome you to the Kallzu community. I want to point out a couple things. This is really important. It's not a fluff welcome video. It's very, very important that you watch this so that there's no misunderstandings whatsoever here. First of all, the way that this course is laid out, it's laid out with your success in mind. What happens, we find, is a lot of students come in and they think they have a niche, or they're in 5 other different niches, and they just want to fast forward ahead into all the other stuff that they learned about on a webinar or a sales page. You want to wind back, and the very first thing you want to do is you want to select a niche that's in here, okay? Now it is a little bit of work. That's okay, because remember, all the revenue that Kallzu generates is just from 2 niches that we've been in 5 years. We still haven't expanded all the way out in all of those. It's just those 2 niches, okay? So you just need one good niche. I'm going to help you select it. Follow the steps in Module 1. They're very detailed. Go through the work. And then when you narrow down, you got your last 3 top ones, or it could be 4, you're not quite sure, send it into the support at kallzu.com, and in full confidentiality, I will personally look it over. I'll spend at least an hour or so going through it, giving feedback, writing back. It's invaluable. Okay, I guarantee you, very rarely does somebody, even though they go all those steps, do they get it just right. I know I've done this for 5 years. I pick stuff out you've never even thought of before. So that's the first step. Then you go into the second module on here. That's creating a separate profile and identity for your new niche. And then we go into the structure of the site. We use the WordPress theme that we designed. Now you can use your own, but I highly recommend using ours. Ours is designed for using that master domain site, okay? Really important there. Now we're going to start getting some backlinks. These are unusual. You haven't seen this kind of stuff before, I promise you, but it's unique. It's not a loophole, and it works, okay? And we go through here. So your first step is really getting that first site, that niche, getting it organized, picking it out, getting all your keywords correctly. A lot of people, even though they think they might know a lot about SEO, they don't know anything about site structure and setting it up correctly, especially for local. It's a different ballgame. So I want to make sure that you're set up right so you can get that master domain set up. On here, we got all these unlimited amount of private blog networks that the domains that you can get from us, the Web 2.0s. We have the link exchange within the group on that end of it. And then, only then, at that point, once you're up there ranking, now you can start thinking about some of the other really cool stuff, like adding layers on top of that of some paid advertising. Now, I've talked about that in the webinar. There's the paid advertising. Really, Google favors you when they trust you, and they trust you if you've got a site that's been up there and is at least ranking in one city on that, if not 2. And come on, this is local SEO, so it's pretty simple to do, right? And then you're going to layer the paid advertising on top of that. Now, what you're doing at this point is you're creating a real, sustainable, growing business that has 2 sources of leads coming in, organic and paid, okay? If I guarantee you, I've had students, and that's why I've taken it down, they just jump right into the paid and they lose their butt. Okay, they literally lose their butt on this. So trust me, I'm not trying to withhold anything from anybody. I've coached enough students over the years. I know the process. I know a successful process. Our process works. So please follow it. And I know it's like everyone wants to jump right into the Google Maps. That's a hack. The only way that that's going to work for you is if you have all these other things set up. You've got a real looking site, how we set it up. You have a real identity to it. I'll show you how we do that. It's very unique. You've got real quality backlinks going to it. Everything's looked good with it. Then you can jump into the Google Maps, okay? And then you can go for that. But you can't just jump into it and the next day it's going to happen. It's not. It's just a little way to add a little extra leads, but you're going to build a long-term successful business by doing what? Building a sustainable business that's based off of solid SEO and paid advertising, not hacks, okay? I know it's cute. People like to get into it, and it does work, but you're going to build a longer, sustainable, more thriving business based on 2 solid techniques: paid advertising and organic traffic. Remember, it's about traffic and conversion on here, okay? And then all the other stuff, it's like people don't even have their niche figured out, and they're already asking for, hey, where's the squeeze page so I can get customers? You don't have customers yet. You're not ready there. So what I'm trying to do is get you to really follow through these on here. As you get through the modules, the other stuff will appear, okay? As you get through that and you actually get the work done, rather than just going through the whole course and picking out little pieces of it and kind of feeling like you got stuff done, but you really didn't. Okay, so please go through that. Now, our Facebook group is really active. I'll tell you what our Facebook is. It is a group of wonderful people in there who have great feedback and great insight. What it's not a support desk, okay? We have a great support desk. Please use them. I know people get new, they get questions. Trust me, you just ask our support. We get right back to you. It's okay. The Facebook group, everyone else who's in there, they get really bored and they don't want to participate in it if it's just if it's a support desk, and it's not, okay? So, get in there, read some of the things people share and toss around ideas. It's a melting pot of people coming up with really good ideas, all headed in the same direction and stuff, not a technical support desk, okay? We have a support desk just for that. I pay people to do that for you. Okay, so we got our weekly coaching calls. We got our replays on here. Okay, so just to be clear, this is where the training is. You got a separate on here. You got a separate website on here that is going to be for your software. The software is virtual. You can access it from anywhere. So you have 2 logins on here, one for this and then one for the software, and then our Facebook group, and of course the support at kallzu.com. So anyways, I hope I didn't get too preachy on here. I really wanted to welcome you in, but I also want to be very clear about how we set this program up, how you work through it. You're going to get everything in here that you were ever promised. Trust me, but you need to follow the sequences of building this business, okay? That's the way Kallzu is. That's the program it is. It's not designed. It's not designed if you've got, if you're into five or six different niches and you're serving all these little different clients in different areas. You're not going to build a sustainable business that way. Okay, you're going to go deep and narrow with one niche. You're going to go in here. The reason I help you select is because I also add so much insight into it. Plus, I want to make sure that you're not crossing over someone else's niche as well. And it rarely happens. I know people think, oh God, they must all be gone. Trust me, they're not. I'm always, frankly, shocked. People who come in here, they find the really cool niches. And it's like, wow, I never thought of that. And that's what the process is for. There's so much stuff out there. So anyways, my name is Chris Winters. Welcome aboard. Please use our support. Use our support for technical support. Use our Facebook for like business support, like camaraderie, stuff like this. You'll see them in there. People in there, they're posting their wins, or maybe they have a question about, they hired a VA or something like this. I mean, there's really good discussion going on in there. So welcome aboard. I'm so happy you're here. Stick with us, and we'll make this work together. Take care. Bye-bye.